Hi, this is Asiragi with Pandora FMS, and today we're here to introduce the new NGINX Plus plugin for Pandora FMS Enterprise. In this video, I'll be walking you through the setup, which includes creating a collection, assigning it to an existing agent, and registering the NGINX Plus plugin onto the system. After this is done, we'll also be covering how to create a service in a dashboard. The first step for this is on our Pandora FMS console. We need to access the Collections menu and add a new one. Here, we'll have to assign names for it, both long and short, and we'll call it NGINX Plus and NGINX Plus for short, and click on Create. We'll then head over to the Files menu and upload a file. Here, we get to select our plugin and select Decompress since the file we're uploading is a zip file. Once we click on Go, we should see immediately that the plugin comes online as a Python. From here, we'll head over to the Data menu and we'll select Create File again. Once this has been done, we must head on to the agent where we have NGINX Plus running. To view this, we go over to the Views and select Agent Detail, and we select and edit the agent where NGINX should be running. We then go back to Collections and add the collection we just created, and it should return a success message. Once this has been done, we head over to the Agent Plugins tab and we'll paste the execution prompt for the plugin we just registered. By default, all Pandora FMS collections are stored in the same folder, and from here we just need to fill in the short name we assigned to the collection and the Python script, which stays the same. Finally, as the first and only argumentation to the line, we add the URL to NGINX itself. In your case, you can insert your localhost IP. In our case, we'll place the public IP for NGINX so you guys can actually see how it works. We click on Add, and automatically it should add a line to the plugins chart, as we can see here. What's going to happen is that next time the agent tries to contact Pandora, which happens about every 5 minutes, this new configuration will be downloaded and it'll automatically start registering metrics. In order to speed up this process, I'm going to now restart the agent manually. Okay, so if we now head over to the Modules tab, after a few moments we should have all the new NGINX modules here. Most are not initialized yet because they require 2 pieces of data to calculate the difference between them. Here we have some dropped, active, and handled connections. We also have handled and active requests, and then we have the networking section, which lets us know the incoming and outgoing traffic for each server zone. For each TCP UDP upstream, we also get the incoming and outgoing traffic. On upstreams, which can be your backend PHP, Python, Ruby, or etc., we also get the in and out traffic stats. At an app level, we return the availability for upstreams. For example, if you have a PHP app with 5 upstreams for high availability, here we'll be able to know how many are up and running and at what capacity. Lastly, an important part of this is performance stats on cache, and the 400 and 500 satisfactory responses for each server zone. I've dropped the agent timer down to 1 minute, so approximately in that time we should have all this information initialized. Just gotta give it a sec. Well, and here are the metrics. And as we can see, the incoming and outgoing traffic is marked in kilobits per second, which can be changed by you in your options, and the managed queries during this interval, etc. Well, once this is done, we can now proceed to creating a dashboard as promised. For creating this dashboard, we need to go over to the Visual Console. Select the dashboard and select Main Dashboard. We head over to the options and we create a new dashboard that we'll name NGINX as an example, and we create it as a private dashboard. We'll edit it with just, well, we're going to first erase all the widgets because for now we're only just need to be using a single big widget. So as you can see, I'm taking all of these off right now. Okay, good. So once we're done, we should go over to the options menu and establish the amount of cells as 1. Good. Then we'll erase the last widget and add a new one. We'll select that we will be creating the widget from an external URL. And we configure it by placing the name and corresponding URL, which in this case will lead to NGINX's status statistics. Okay, for this we're going to need to accommodate the widget to fit our entire screen, and automatically, once the URL is added, we can see that we get connection stats from NGINX in real time. All the SSLs, versions, IP addresses, and most any of the metrics previously mentioned are here in this dashboard, perfectly displayed out for us to see. So once we've made it this far, from here creating a service is quite simple as well. For this we'll head over to services and select create a service. We'll name it NGINX Plus as an example again, and then we'll place it in manual mode. The critical threshold for warnings is set to 100, and the warning threshold will be set to 50. We can store this information on the Pandora FMS agent or on another preferred service agent. Here we can define the interval for the SLAs and the alerts for when the SLA isn't at the optimum status or for when the threshold for a critical or warning status is reached. Once we've gone through this, we should head over to Configure Elements. And there we select the Pandora FMS agent and we add a new module, like for example upstreams, which are quite interesting to get data from, measured solely for the purpose of being a very, very relevant mark. We assign the demo backend upstream and we let the plugin know its importance as maximum, since we will manage the external view of our metrics. So if this one has a drop, we can give it a 100 measurement status. If the service isn't fully available, we can assign a value of 50 so that the system is always in warning status. And if it's unknown, we can leave it at 0. Now we'll do the same for the availability for another upstream, and we'll apply the same values, and so on for the rest of the upstreams. This last part will depend on the upstreams you've defined. But once this is done, if we head over to the service map, we can see the availability for our upstreams. And as soon as it computes, we'll have the real-time value for availability on the SLA and the service value. Alright, so thanks for watching. And I hope this plugin was useful along with this guide. The plugin can be found by following the link in the description. If you happen to have any issues, don't hesitate to contact support or let us know on our forums.